Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to take another method, that is sample method. Sample method. Sample method. What we call sample method. I will write first sample method. Sample method. When a sample method is that method in which data is collected, the sample method is that method in which data is collected about sample sample from different items taken from taken from population. What we call sample method. In a sample method, data is collected about sample for which investigation needs investigation needs information about that sample data is collected from different items. Means he has different items for investigation purpose taken from population. Means these sample are taken from the population. As I tell you, there is a difference between population and universe. Population or universe as compared to generally we take population. With population or universe we mean items in economics, especially in statistics. We mean items. Mean as simple. What we call simple. For example, this is a bowl. In bowl, there are different articles. We have to take sample for investigation. Yes, what we call sample method. Definitely, when we have to investigate for sample, what we call sample, that we can take only one or two, or for two two articles from this, two articles from in order to for investigation purpose. What we call sample method. When the samples are taken from the population, this we call population. Population. This population here means items. Alright? Items. 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 This we call sample. When what we call sample method, the samples are taken from population. That we call sample. That investigation is made upon these samples. As they have a characteristic, they represent the population. They represent these samples represent the population. They represent the population. That we call sample method. As I will give you example. As generally when we observe the market at marketplace, doctor examines. Yes. Doctor examines the patient. For example, on a single um, single drop of blood, he determines the yes he determines the group of yes group of blood group of blood, group of blood of the patient, whether it is positive or negative, positive or negative. Generally, a few drops taken by the doctor for examination, whether this patient has positive or negative or positive. Yes, there are too many, yes, kinds. Definitely he knows by way of only taking a single drop of blood whether the patient has a positive and negative blood clot of blood. Similar, then another example, like lady in kitchen, lady in a kitchen. Definitely, when you take a yes, single spoon of rice from from bowl of rice, he determines the result. He determines the result whether this is boiled or not. Rice is boiled or not. Whether rice is boiled or not. This we call sample method. Yes. Now there are in what situation is this sample method is applicable. One is applicable. First one, suitability of method. Suitability of method. First one. This method is generally utilized when the population is large. Population is large. Simply, this simple method is utilized when population is large, means it is difficult for investigator to collect the sample, to collect the data from large population. Definitely he used at that time when his population is large, definitely he used sample method to collect data for his, yes, I will write sample method is suitable when population is large. Population is large. Yes, and population is large. At that time, simply at that time, investigator can utilize sample method not to collect this data. Second, when intensive examination is not needed. Intensive examination. When intensive examination is not needed, then at that time definitely he can utilize the sample method. When sample method is suitable when intensive examination is not needed. Is not intensive examination is not needed about a given sample. About a given sample. Third, accurate result. As for accuracy, general census method is better, as sample method can predict a wrong result. Sample method is utilized when accuracy of the result is not needed. And these are the few suitability, population or large size, just intensive examination, accuracy of the result. These are the these are the suitability or applicability where this method can be applied. With this, now there are merits and demerits that I will take in next class. Till that time, you have to wait and watch. I will be returned back very soon. Hope for the best. Take care. Thanks. Have a nice day.